Hello everyone, how are you today? It's been quite some time since I recorded a video. It's been close to 7 to 10 days. In this time, I was trying to figure out uh, which app to use, which software to use, and it's still a work in progress. And also, I was doing a little bit of reading with respect to the upcoming venture or the course curriculum that I'm going to launch with your blessings and with your support uh, in the first week of January. So I was busy in that. But today, one of my friends, we are part of the same mentor group. And so she said that tomorrow, today, there are, today is noted for two important things. One is today is the World Entrepreneur Day, and the other one is today is the World I Love to Write Day, November 15th. So here I am to talk a little bit on the importance of writing and what entrepreneurship is about, and uh, what is the relationship between these two, entrepreneur and writing. Okay, so let's start with I love to write day. So it is the today happens to be the 20th anniversary of I love to write day, which was a grassroots campaign launched in 2002 to have people of all ages spend time writing every November 15th. And this was founded by a person, author, an author whose name is John Riddle, and he is a non-fiction and self-help writer. So he initially wanted this to get kids to write in school and to encourage adults to rekindle their writing and reading habits. So that's about I love to write a day. So like in my previous video where I spoke about the importance of writing and the importance of the written word, I would like to reiterate that writing is a very important form of expression, and it is also one of the oldest form of expressions. Like I had discussed about the rock paintings, the rock carvings, the copper plates, the uh, leather writings, the papyri, and all that. So writing has been around since millennia. So it is not that we don't know how to write. Everyone can write. If you can think, you can write. Writing is nothing but putting down your thoughts into words on a piece of paper or any other medium. Uh, Writing helps you declutter your mind, helps you organize your thoughts, and also helps you plan ahead. Like uh, plan ahead in the sense, like let's say there's a whole lot of or there's a whole list of tasks that you do, if that you have to do. If you write down a list, and it becomes that much more easier to tackle them one by one. Okay, so it gives you structure. It gives an organized structure to your thought process, and you can easily tackle anything. Also, writing is a form of venting out your frustrations. You may not be able to speak out your frustrations, but you could write them. Okay? You could write a journal, you could write a diary, you could write a piece of satire, uh, non-fiction. You could do so many things. And if you are a person who is blessed with a lot of imagination, vivid imagination, you could also write fiction. But the point is, to write is very important because it is not only therapeutic. It will help you calm your mind. It will help you create a mindset which believes in accomplishing things. It will also give structure to your thoughts. So that's where writing is very important for every person. So now coming to what is an or who is an entrepreneur, since today happens to be the entrepreneur day. So I am looking up the meaning of the word entrepreneur. So I'm going to look it up in Cambridge Dictionary. So the entrepreneur meaning according to Cambridge is a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. Okay, so it is a nice word which is a synonym for a businessman, businesswoman, or a business person. So when we are using a word, it is also important whenever you're using a new word. I know this word is not new to all of us, but let's try to figure out from where this word originated, the root of the word or the etymology of the word. So, entrepreneur is a combination of two words, one from French and one from English. The French part of the word is entreprendre, which is undertake in English, and the English word enterprise. So, back in the mid 18th century, somehow these two words got together. We don't know how they got together or who used it first, but they combined these two words and came up with the word entrepreneur. Okay, so here the basic root is the word undertake. Okay, a person who undertakes a venture for profit by realizing the existing need or existing demand in the market is an entrepreneur. Okay, now just because it is a derivation of the word undertake, an entrepreneur is not an undertaker. Undertaker is something else. So undertaker, let's try to understand what an undertaker is. Okay, if you watch WWF, you might be familiar with the word undertaker. But what exactly does the word mean? Undertaker is a person whose business is preparing dead bodies for burial or cremation and making arrangements for funerals. So, an entrepreneur is different, an undertaker is different. Maybe an undertaker is an entrepreneur whose business is preparing dead bodies, but they're not similar. They're not replaceable. An undertaker and entrepreneur. Okay, so that's enough with the meaning and the root. So, what is the connection that I see between these two? The World Entrepreneur Day and the World I Love to Write Day. So, an entrepreneur is a person who has to sell his or her product or service. How will they sell their product or service? They would need to create a brand, they would need to create an awareness for the brand, they would need to check if there is an interest in the brand, create desire for the brand, and then finally make the sale. So all these things has to happen in the background. How will that happen? If the entrepreneur takes it upon himself or herself to create content relevant to the brand or the product or service that they are representing or selling, then it becomes that much more easier for the entrepreneur to sell their product. So, what is content? Content is something which explains what the product is about. It gives an introduction, or it tells the potential buyer what the product is about, how it can help them, and all that. So, how is content relevant here? Content can be in the written form, in the form of the written word. It could be in audio or video, or it could be a combination of three, or it could be just each of them separately, written, audio, and video. But everything depends upon the starting point of all this. The content creation starts from the drawing board, where the content writers, the copywriters sit together, the marketing team sits together, and everyone sits together. The manufacturing team, the production team, everyone sits together and writes about the product. So the writing about the product is very important. So you need to use the correct words. You need to use the words which resonate with the end user. So that way, writing and entrepreneurship are closely knit. You need to create content, and you need to create copy in such a way that it attracts the eventual or the potential buyer. So this was a short video on what I have to say about entrepreneurship and writing. Thank you for your time.